Last vlog of Halloween that I'm filming. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow, everyone. I am currently in the actual Sleepy Hollow right now in Tarrytown, New York, and I'm here to read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. And I have the best guest ever as well. Hi, Gabby.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is the cutest little town ever.
It really is. I just love how the sun just like suddenly began to start shining on us there. Started shining on us as soon as we, wanted to vlog there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this place is pretty synonymous with Halloween now, especially with how infamous the Legend of Sleepy Hollow is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys to the real Sleepy Hollow so that you can experience it yourself, feel all of those Halloween vibes, full vlogs of Halloween as well.
Yeah.
And of course, read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving for the very first time. So I'm excited, you're excited.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you around Sleepy Hollow with me and Gabby, and we're just going to hopefully have the best, spookiest time.
Yeah. He's booked so many events. So
I
we're going to
have.
see all the cool events, like all the reasons to come to Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, there's so many things to say. And obviously the first one is the historic Welcome to Sleepy Hollow sign, which I'm going to show you right now. So check it out. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow. Settled in 1640. Honestly, I just love how it was so like dark before and now the sun has come out. Like I was getting rather cold, but do have my Sleepy Hollow shirt as well from Etsy.
Prepared.
Came prepared.
Literally.
But yeah, make sure you like the video. Hang on. Yeah, got some loud traffic. I love that this sign is like right next to the road, but make sure you like the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, check out Gabby as well, who will have a Sleepy Hollow vlog. I will be posting her vlog down in the description box when it is out. And let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Woo! Okay guys, it is currently nighttime in Sleepy Hollow and we are currently in the park nearby the, what was it called again? Horse fryers?
Horse feathers.
Horse feathers. Horse fryers, where did I get that from? Horse feathers. So we just had lovely food to eat and we also, well, I had some drinks. I had the pumpkin spice martini and I had like a Sleepy Hollow coffee, which had, like, I'm so cold right now, so I'm gonna be like shivering. But like we had the Sleepy Hollow coffee, or I did, and that had like whiskey and stuff, and oh my God. It was very nice though. It was a beautiful place. But earlier today we went to a cafe and it's called Sleepy Coffee 2. And it was so amazing. Like we were talking to the owner outside and she said that they only hire like disabled people in the community. And it was such a lovely atmosphere. And I had the, what was it called again? The pumpkin dream. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so good. So I ended up having that twice and that was amazing. So I did start reading The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which I ended up buying a different copy of when we went to the Sleepy Hollow bookshop because, like, have you seen this copy of it? Like, I have my older copy and I was talking to the bookseller as well and she said, the copy I have is the old edition. This is like the newer edition. It's got like orange sprayed edges and it looks like very Halloween-y. And I really wanted to buy a book here in Sleepy Hollow. So I thought, let's get the new version of this. And it just looks so amazing. But I'm like 10 pages into The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It's only like 30 pages long. And I freaking love it so far. So let me just like, I'm gonna have to like turn my, like, I need to turn on my like flashlight on my phone because it's so dark. But yeah, oh my God, I made so many notes. Like look at the first page as well. Like, oh, you can't really say that. Like, look at that. I made so many highlights. I freaking love it. I love the fact that, you know, it's introducing like Tarry Town, which is where we are. And not far from this village, perhaps about 2 miles, there is a little valley, or rather lap of land among high hills, which is one of the quietest places in the whole world. A small brook glides through it, with just murmuring enough to lull one to repose, and the occasional whistle of a quail or tapping of a woodpecker is almost the only sound that ever breaks in upon the uniform tranquility. It sounds so good, and like this scary like atmosphere, like I'm loving this so far. Like the scary atmosphere is like really slowly coming into it. So like we get like, you know, a drowsy, dreamy influence seems to hang over the land and to pervade the very atmosphere. There's a listless repose in this sequestered glen has long since been known by the name of Sleepy Hollow. So like, you really get like a very gradual look into it. Yeah, the dominant spirit is the apparition of a figure on horseback without a head. So like that's when we're getting like the whole, you know, headless horseman, and that's coming into it. His haunts are not confined to the valley, but extend at times to the adjacent roads, and especially the vicinity of a church in no great distance. And I think we're going to this church in a couple of days' time. So like, we will like show you all of the places that are mentioned in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It's talking about like the witching influence of the air begins to grow imaginative, to dream dreams and see apparitions. So like, what I love about classics is how it uses language and how it makes me like feel like I do love classics. Sometimes it's a little bit like hard to wrap my head around sometimes, but The Legend of Sleepy Hollow so far has been absolutely phenomenal. And so like I get introduced to Ichabod Crane. I don't know how I feel about him. He's a schoolmaster. He seems to be like so nice and so helpful to begin with, but he's also a little bit of a shit stirrer. He actually is. So like he helps people around like farms and stuff. And then he's like a kind of traveling gazette, carrying the whole budget of local gossip from house to house. And then he is like very infatuated by Katrina Van Tassel. And like you would think, oh, maybe he like loves her and like that's why, but I can't really get a sense of who Ichabod is because he seems like a nice person. But then you get like, he has like dreams of like having this land and owning this land, and it becomes like very commerce. Like he becomes a bit of I don't know the best way to describe him, but like it's almost like he's saying what she could possibly give him rather than like actually falling in love and, you know, being with her. So I don't know how I feel about Ichabod Crane at the minute, but I do love the fact that he does love haunted stories and he loves like these ghostly stories and these ghostly tales, and it just honestly, it's so atmospheric, and that's like the best way to describe this. Yeah, so his heart yearned after the damsel who was to inherit these domains, and his imagination expanded with the idea how they might be readily turned into cash and the money invested in immense tracts of wild land in shingle palaces in the wilderness. So like he came across as such a like a nice person. He comes from Connecticut. Connecticut? How do you say Connecticut? Connecticut, and he's come to Sleepy Hollow. He seemed like a nice guy at first, but just not so much anymore because he seems to be more interested in her money than like actually falling in love with Katrina. So I'm a little bit dubious about him, and maybe the whole headless horseman aspect of it will be more about, I don't know, like exploring his greed, and maybe like he can't really get away with his greed. Like that could be a good like metaphor for his life. And the headless horseman himself, you know, could be a really good look into that. I'm trying to be very deep and philosophical, but I have had a few drinks, so. Yeah, so it's going to be maybe a little bit hard to do that. But no, I'm really enjoying it so far. So I've only read like 10 pages. I have like another 20 pages to go. And I will like check in tomorrow. I'll let you know like how much more I get read. We're about to go to the twilight place, which is going to be so fun. And yeah, so we got Gabby over here. She's still with us. Don't worry, she's still with us.
I made it.
She made it. And we're in this like really dark park right now. Still like killing time a little bit before we have to get to the Jack-o'-lantern blaze. And if you know what the Jack-o'-lantern blaze is, it is like one of the main things to do in Sleepy Hollow. And it's sold out every year, and like lots of people love doing it. It was recommended to me so much when I said I was going to go to Sleepy Hollow. Like, you have to do it when you're here. So I want to say if I can talk during it, but if not, then I will just do like obviously like the whole music thing and stuff. But I'm very excited. I think Gabby's excited as well. So excited. It's going to be so fun. Just, you know, park at nighttime vibes. Oh yeah, and like the shadows as well on the road. So Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. The scarecrows are so Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the scarecrows. Scarecrows are creepy. Like
pictures of them and they look so creepy on my phone.
That is very creepy.
Oh my god.
Like on a nighttime too. Like very cute during the day. Absolutely
these, like,
awful during the night. Yeah.
Like, that's so creepy.
That is. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so scary. Oh my god. And now we're about to use these freaking porta potties because we're both dying for a wee. I believe just had a wee like 2 times just before, but like.
It's because we drink so much. Like when I drink this much, I always have to pee like every 15 minutes.
Same. This will be in the vlog, by the way.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, right.
There's a lock.
Oh, the lock's on it. Sugar. Yeah. We should like go back to Horse Feathers and be like, hey, come. I think I left something in the toilet.
Both of us did.
Now we're on a mission for some toilets, and then I'm sure there'll be some toilets at the Great Jack-o'-lantern Blaze as well. But like, we'll find them. Like, this is the glamorous life of, you know, the booktubers who are doing these kinds of videos.
Super glamorous.
Super glamorous, looking for toilets
We were
this
about
time.
to use a porta potty. That's how extreme these
Yeah,
measures
but
were.
I went twice before we left.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. Right, okay, right. I will let you know if we end up peeing. Oh. Enter.
Snacks and drinks right here. Sounds delightful. So many complaints. Maybe do a heart later. Don't do it on your...
Cafe Blaze. No.
Want a hot cider?
And we got this one.
Cheers.
Gabby's gonna try a hot cider for the first time.
Yeah, it was really hot, so I'm not going to try it right now.
Oh, okay.
It'll be in my mouth. Okay, guys, try my first cider donut ever. Taste test. That's really nice. That's really good. I also have a hot apple cider as well, which I have never tried before. It's going to be really hot. Let's see if it's too hot. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming to my taste testing.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking from the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You tonight.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour's close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
The Jack-o'-lantern blaze last night was pretty incredible. We stayed there for quite some time and all the pumpkins were just amazing. Like they made all of those hand-carved out pumpkins. It was just so beautiful and wonderful. Definitely would recommend if you ever go to Sleepy Hollow, please do the Great Jack-o'-lantern blaze. Book in advance, it is sold out all the time. Book in advance, it's great. Good morning, first and foremost, like it's a new day. And me and Gabby got up pretty early this morning, went into town, and we decided, well, we really want to go to the Muddy Coffee place. What's it called? Muddy Water Coffee?
Muddy Waters, yeah.
Muddy Water Coffee, but like it was so busy. The line was amazingly long. We decided, okay, let's go somewhere else. And we ended up bumping into, and hi if you're watching, Jessica and Warren. We bumped into them outside of a place where, honestly, I was just like, I can smell the espresso. I can smell the coffee. Get me this coffee. But yeah, we bumped into them outside of it and they were so lovely, so amazing. So hi if you're watching. They mentioned coffee labs and we were like, okay, let's give that a try. And you know what? They did also have a queue out the door pretty long. We ended up going in, had some really good coffee, got like a pumpkin flavored hot drink. And you know, it's Halloween time. You've got to have pumpkin stuff. Oh, before that as well, we actually went into, what was it called again? Trenton? It began with a T. We went into a really cute like bookshop that I think specializes in a lot of horror stuff because I was reading the reviews and the owner Chris, a Transom bookshop. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, my beautiful assistant. Transom bookshop, and yeah, a lot of reviews said, oh, Chris knows like he's horror and stuff like that. So I did actually pick up a few books in there. I'll show you a haul later potentially. But yeah, we ended up going to Coffee Labs and I finished Sleepy Hollow, but I'm not going to talk about all of it right now. I just want to review the next bit because I'm splitting the book up into like acts. And like Act 2, okay, so when I left you, we were just pretty much introducing the characters and, you know, like Ichabod seems to be in love with Katrina, but like, is he really? Is he just like into her like wealth and stuff like that? But we actually meet someone called Abraham Van Brunt. His name is actually Brom Bones. And I love these old names like Van Brunt. And then there's someone called Van Ripper or like something Van Ripper. And I was like, oh God, I love these names. They're so good. Let's see if I can find the Hans Van Ripper. Like, the names are amazing, incredible. So yeah, we meet Brom Bones, and he's also after Katrina. So there's like a little bit of a rivalry between Ichabod and Brom for Katrina's hand, which sounds like it would be funny, but because this is a short story, it's not really like delved in too much. You do hear of Brom being a little bit like a Gaston kind of character, you know, like from Beauty and the Beast. He feels like a little bit of a Gaston kind of person. But yeah, it sounded funny because Brom took all opportunities of turning him into ridicule in presence of his mistress. So it seems like Brom is like purposely making Ichabod seem like such a klutz and like so like silly and stuff. So I really appreciated that. And so like the story itself, so like obviously when I get into like spoilers and stuff, like the story itself, right? We have Ichabod, he gets invited to like the manor and stuff, and he wants to like have Katrina and all this and this. He goes to the manor and the mansion, which is so cool. And yeah, so when he's there, pretty much the entire town is there, and they're telling like ghost stories and stuff, which I think is like so fun. But firstly, the setting itself is amazing. Love it so much. So listen to this. This is why I love classics so much. So it was, as I have said, a fine autumnal day, much like this. However, the sky here was clear and serene. It's not clear and serene here. It's actually quite cloudy and rainy here. And nature wore that rich and golden livery, which we always associate with the idea of abundance. The forest had put on their sober brown and yellow, while some trees of the tenderer kind had been nipped by the frost into brilliant dyes of orange, purple, and scarlet. Like, it really brings this amazing, like, you know, visual into your head. Like, it really makes you think of fall, of autumn. And on all sides he beheld a vast store of apples, some hanging in oppressive opulence on the trees, some gathered into baskets and barrels for the market, others heaped up in rich piles of the cider press. Oh, like, it just, so many great, like, visuals, especially food as well. Like, we have this, like, entire, like, section dedicated to food. So if you're the kind of person who finds books or stories quite cozy and atmospheric when it talks about food and, like, the smells of food, the taste of food, this has it in abundance. And I love how the narrator is like, heaven bless the mark, I want to breathe and time to discuss this banquet as it deserves, and I'm too eager to get on with my story. So, like, even the narrator himself is like, I want to talk about all these cakes, like the ginger cakes, the shortcakes, the sweet cakes, the slices of ham, the pumpkin pies, the peach pies, the apple pies. Like, oh my God, it's like a full-on list, but it sounds so cozy and so amazing. The last part of, like, what I'm going to consider Act 2, before we get to the end part where Ichabod has his encounter with the Headless Horseman, which I'll talk about later. Like, I want to, like, still explore and get to all of that. Maybe show you the place where potentially Act 3 is set. But before we get to that, they are telling some ghost stories at this, like, party at the mansion that belongs to, like, Katrina and her father. Yeah, Ichabod, he's loves dancing, and so he's actually, this is so weird, like, he's admired by, like, all the black people there, essentially, from his dancing. Like, every single person who is essentially black in this, like, area seems to, like, just stop and just admire Ichabod's dancing with Katrina. And it comes across as quite weird, like, the way it's described as well. It just comes across as a little bit strange. But also, yeah, the idea that Bron Bones is, like, eagerly into Katrina wanting her hand is so fun and funny at that moment. But yeah, all these ghost stories that are being told in, like, this set, like, in this setting is so atmospheric and so spooky. So I love all of that. But yeah, it really does add, like, the foreshadowing to what's going to happen with Ichabod and his encounter with the Headless Horseman. It really does build up to it, and it does really feel so, yeah, it's just so great and so amazing. So yeah, really enjoyed what I've read of it. And yeah, broken it into Act 1, 2, and 3. I'll talk about Act 3 very soon. That is, like, the creme de la creme, the main event of the story. I can smell weed as well. I keep smelling weed.
I smell it everywhere.
Yeah, I can pretty much smell weed everywhere. Oh my God. Like, does anyone have some? Anyone share? I'll quickly show you the 2 books I bought from the bookshop as well. If anyone's seen the Paperbacks from Hell, you know, the Grady Hendrix non-fiction book of all the amazing book covers that came out, you know, like in the, you know, the 80s, I think, the 70s, 80s, maybe the 60s. I need to read Paperbacks from Hell because it looks so good. But that store had some of the, like, original covers of, like, the horror books. I think they're being re-released, but with the original covers. And so there were a couple that I picked up. So the Nest by Gregory A. Douglas was there. I thought that looked really cool. And then Nightblood as well by T. Chris Martindale. There were a few there. I would have loved to have bought a few more. I'm very aware of, like, the size and space of my suitcase. So I picked up both of these. And I'm very excited. I want to do, like, reading classic horror. And I think it will be really cool to have these covers. I will probably end up reading some Hollow by Shannon Waters, Branden Boyer-White, and Berenice Nelle at some point today, like, after wrapping up, you know, the rest of Sleepy Hollow. And I still have the Spellbook of Katrina Van Tassel by Alyssa Palombo. I thought having some, you know, books set in Sleepy Hollow or Sleepy Hollow adjacent would be fun too, because I knew I'd get through the Legend of Sleepy Hollow pretty quickly. So I thought having some extra books would be, you know, pretty good, because there's plenty of time for reading, especially tomorrow. There's going to be so much time for reading tomorrow. Gilmore Ghouls, where you haunt, I will follow. Literally, I'm telling you, my sweater game in this video, and just recently, unmatched. In this video and recent videos, like, I'm telling you, all from Etsy as well. All from Etsy. I will put shop links down below. I think some of them only ship to the UK though, so I do apologize in advance. But no, honestly, like, my time in Sleepy Hollow is still pretty amazing. This is this the Hudson Bridge or something?
It's like the Hudson scene, yeah.
Yeah, this itself is, like, the scenic Hudson view, river view, or river walk. Yeah, so scenic Hudson River Walk Park, we are currently in. And then that bridge itself, is it Gov Mario Cuomo Bridge? But, like, it looks so cool, it looks so amazing. So, like, we're by the water, you know, by the piers and things like that, so it looks pretty amazing. Oh, can I show what you're reading as well? Gabby has been reading The Haunting of Payne's Hollow, and it has been mentioned a lot of stuff about the Headless Horseman and things like that. I keep watching Gabby when she's sitting next to me reading, and I can see Gabby underlining and things. This looks really cool. I will most likely end up checking this out after Gabby has given her like final recommendation. You're enjoying it now.
It's going good. Yeah.
Going good. Yeah. Might hate it at the end. You just never know. Let's continue exploring Sleepy Hollow and see if we can spot the headless horseman today as well.
Yeah,
look, I need to see that man. I need to see that man.
Yeah.
So we've just been walking through all the neighborhoods really, just looking at all of the houses. Like that's one thing that I feel like when you're in Sleepy Hollow too, you want to see how people have decked out their homes. Like, so many of them. I mean, I love the way American houses look anyway. Coming from the UK, our houses do not look like this. But like, even this one, you've got like some, you know, things in the lawn. Everyone goes all out. You got things in their lawn. It just looks so amazing. So I love seeing all the decorations. There's like massive skeletons every now and then. There's like another one over there. And just with all the leaves as well, the way that the leaves have turned colour.
Oh, so beautiful.
They've all done so phenomenally well. So yeah, I just love exploring the neighbourhoods too. It's just another thing to add on to the itinerary. So we're just about to head to the cemetery, see if we can spot Washington Irving's grave. Which should be literally just up there. I see a few people, so it's been so serene and so quiet. We haven't seen like barely anyone.
Yeah, it's felt apocalyptic.
It has almost felt apocalyptic, yeah. But now we're getting back to the more touristy things now, and we'll be with all of the people. So let's follow the crowds, find Washington Irving's grave, and I'll tell you more about like the ending of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, they are. And I think that's the church as well. I think this is where the horseman like chases him, and you can't like cross because of the water. I think if this is the right bridge, I don't know if it is. Yeah, no one there. Really get the shots.
They put a lot of chat on it.
I'm gonna do a little taste test. I can taste the peanut butter. Oh, wow. That's the horseman. That's the horseman. We are on our way into the Twilight Village, and we just heard the horseman. He's coming to get us. He's coming to get us. He's after my head. And who isn't? Who isn't these days? They don't call me Gob Job Gav for nothing. It's very foggy. Yeah. A foggy bar. Anything and anyone. Oh, maybe Twilight stage. Also, yeah. Brom's Bazaar. Brom is that character in Sleepy Hollow. Nice. Ichabod's rival. Ichabod's rival. Oh, I love it. The little witchy hats.
She's copying you. Yeah, she got it.
Other way.
This sounds so good. I got myself a shot. Can't remember what's in it, but I will put it up on the screen.
It's a whiskey shot,
It's
right?
like a whiskey shot, but it had like other little things in it as well, I think.
Oh.
And I also got the Katrina's Kiss. It's like a cocktail. That
So
looks
cute.
so good. So I'm gonna shot the whiskey
Yeah.
in
Go
this
for
like
it.
little portion vial. Yeah, we go. Wish me
Do
luck.
it.
Cheers.
I am wishing you
Cheers.
luck. Cheers. Hope you love it. Hope it's the best whiskey ever. It's hardcore.
Oh my god. It's nice, but it's really strong.
Yeah.
And I'll try the Katrina's Kiss as well. It's got like a little.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Just a little kiss. Nice.
That's nice. Yeah, that's very nice.
It's a good shot. It's a good follow up for the whiskey.
Yeah. Now like my throat is hit.
Yeah.
Oh, those are food trucks.
Yeah, I think so. Perfect timing when we are
It shows. Yeah.
Excuse me, has anyone seen Ichabod? Excuse me, madam. Have you seen Ichabod Crane? He's about this tall, triangular hat. Ichabod!
Are you Ichabod? No, you're not.
It's getting very smoky in here.
Anybody seen Ichabod? Like, yay tall, obsessed with that one in black and white over there. No? I'll thank you for nothing, guys. Yay, yay tall.
Graveyard Gaming Room. Oh, they connect.
Like XOXO.
Oh yeah, XOXO Gossip Girl. XOXO Headless Horseman.
Tic-tac-toe. Oh my god.
Tic-tac-toe.
What is it called? Jesus.
I don't even know how to play it. Do you know how to play it?
Yeah. So like I get all the orange ones, you get all the white ones.
Oh, and why do I get the white ones, huh?
Because that's just how it goes.
Okay.
And then, so you place it, so you can go first, you can place it on any square.
Okay. Well, I want to go.
So your goal is to get 3 in a row.
Ah.
My goal is to block you from getting
A little bit like Connect 4.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now, huh?
Yeah.
What you gonna do now?
What are you gonna do now?
Does that mean we lost?
To wash.
We lost.
We lost. Are you good at corn toss?
I don't think I've ever done it before. Oh.
Do it. Woo, just missed it. Oh, oh my god, you got it. Yes. Wow.
It is. Oh yeah, they're bowling.
Nice. Amir. No, stay back.
Elias was enveloped in darkness. When his eyes adjusted, she was gone. Nothing but the snow coming down thick and silent.
We have done the Twilight Village. Whoop, whoop. He's coming again. Coming back for some more head. So we have left the Twilight Village, and don't worry, I've still got Gabby here, she's still safe. But we're walking to the cemetery, North Gate, for the lantern tour, which should be really nice and like atmospheric. And that is like, for our ticket, it's 10 p.m. And I'm so out of breath. It starts at 10 p.m. but it's only like 8:40 p.m. for us right now. So we thought we would like get there, see if they'll let us do the 9 p.m. one instead. Because like we love the Twilight Village, don't get us wrong, we loved it. But like we kind of got through in like an hour. So we're gonna see if we can get in early. And it said on the tickets that we might not be able to vlog it, like cameras and stuff, we might not be able to do that. So just in case, let you know now. But I will do my best to make sure that you guys get to see this cemetery lantern tour, because doing it quite late at night sounds pretty atmospheric, pretty good. But yeah, it's a little bit of a journey getting there. As you can see, this path here is, well, I mean, it's right next to the road, but it's like very wild and overgrown. I'm starting to feel like maybe we shouldn't be walking this way. Yeah. This is like a little bit scary.
Is this a real path?
I don't even think it's like a real path, yeah. But it is a little bit scary. But I'm sure we will get there safe and sound. It's all good. The horseman is very satisfied by my head, so he shouldn't be coming after us tonight. Gabby, this is ridiculous. What are we doing? What are we doing? We should have gotten an Uber. The one time we don't get an Uber and this is what happens. Ugh. And there's also, whoa, there's also a very strong chance that we're going the wrong way. We might not even be going in the right place. Okay, well, I'll let you know if we live. So we are an hour early. It is completely sold out, which I thought. So we couldn't get in an earlier one. That's fine. Like, we're going to be the first ones in for the 10 p.m. one. We're just going to sit here for an hour, and you can see like the graves and stuff, which is pretty cool. Oh, and we also know that we can't video while the tour is happening, so I won't be able to do any footage, which is fine, honestly, absolutely fine. They said we can take pictures, so I will try and take some pictures and show you the pictures as well. And yeah, it'll be really fun. It'll be nice actually to do this event and not, like, you know, have to worry about vlogging and stuff. I think it'll be nice to just do this for us. I'm so sorry, but at least we asked, because we wanted to make sure. We wanted to definitely make sure. But yeah, absolutely excited for it though. And we're just gonna, hang out for an hour. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I've decided to come to the cemetery during the day to see what it's like, because honestly, last night's lantern tour was absolutely incredible. And yeah, it was so dark, so atmospheric. Having the lanterns was amazing. So yeah, I've come back so I could see it during the day. I learned so much of the tour yesterday as well. And there was like lots to do with like the gravestones themselves and like how they were made and all of that. There was actually a really fun fact as well. And one of the reasons why you can't film is because they don't want you to, you know, do a video of the entire tour, put online, and then nobody comes to see it. Like, they're trying to encourage people to come and see this tour, and honestly, I would 100% recommend it. It was probably the most informative tour that I've ever had. And yeah, there was one of the fun facts that Jessica, our tour guide, gave us was that there is a mausoleum, and there is like someone's leg that was like put in there. About 100 years ago, there was a guy who went to, you know, like the gap in the train when you like go past the door. Well, he fell through the gap and his leg came off. So they buried his leg in like that mausoleum, thinking that he would get buried there. However, like, he did live and he didn't end up getting buried there anyway. So like, his leg is buried here in Sleepy Hollow and the rest of him is buried somewhere else. I think it might have been somewhere in New York or like some other American state. But that was like a really fun story. Not so fun for that guy who like lost his leg, of course. But yeah, Gabby's not feeling too well this morning. She is in a coffee shop at the minute, Sleepy Coffee too. So I'm gonna go and like meet her there. But yeah, I thought I would do like a little bit of a free roam around the graveyard and maybe let you know about the end of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow as well, what I thought of it, wrap up the review, let you know what happened and my thoughts on it. Because I don't know what it is about it. I do think with me reading these books that are set at these places, like Dracula and Whitby, I loved reading Jamaica Inn and Jamaica Inn. I think reading these stories while you're surrounded by like the inspiration of that story, it just helps enhance it so much. So I feel like that's probably why I have loved the short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, so much. Not just because I think it's really effective and really good and like well written. It is, I think they said it was like America's first ghost story as well, like published ghost story, which is incredible. But yeah, I just feel like being here and seeing so many of the amazing sites and things that Sleepy Hollow has to offer, honestly, is great. And also, yes, I will leave a link to all of the things that I've done down in the description box. And, you know, if you ever want to come to Sleepy Hollow, please do. They said that the tickets to the Lantern Tour would help to, you know, fix and, you know, what's like the maintenance on the gravestones and the mausoleums and the crypts that are, you know, coming apart and falling apart and stuff like that. So it would really help out, and it would help obviously like the local tourism and all of that. So yeah, I'll leave everything linked down below of all the things I did. And if you want to try it yourself, I'm sure there's things that I probably missed as well. So if you've ever been to Sleepy Hollow and I've missed something, please let me know, because I would love to make a return trip. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be looking at apartment prices and house prices. That's how much I want to live here, okay? That's it. That's the mausoleum where the guy's leg is buried. Right in there. Just so interesting, so utterly fascinating. All of the stories that the tour guide told us last night. Like, genuinely, please do look it up. And so I do want to reiterate that I did vlog, you know, some of the walk and some of the lantern stuff in some of the graves last night, but I didn't vlog any of the tour. So I have not broken the rules, I promise. So there were a couple of things that I have noted in my copy of Sleepy Hollow of places that we have passed and seen. So one of them is the sequestered situation of this church, I believe is the Old Dutch Church, which we will see more of tonight, because I do have a event at 7 p.m. It's going to be like a sort of a dramatic telling of the legend of Sleepy Hollow at the Old Dutch Church. So I believe that this is the one. And I seem to have made it a favourite haunt of troubled spirits. Stands on a knoll surrounded by locust trees and dotted elms, from among which its decent whitewashed walls shine modestly forth, like Christian purity beaming through the shades of retirement. Oh, squirrel! Squirrel! I don't know if you could say it was a squirrel. And then right next to the church is the Headless Horseman Bridge. So it says, over a deep black part of the stream, not far from the church, was formerly thrown a wooden bridge. And it talks about how it's like the Headless Horseman's favourite haunt. Because it's like, it is going through the kind of local legends. There's also like a woman in Rye, there's Raven Rock, but the Headless Horseman is the most popular one. Such was one of the favourite haunts of the Headless Horseman, in the place where he was most frequently encountered. Tale was of old Brower, a most heretical disbeliever in ghosts, how he met the horseman returning from his foray into Sleepy Hollow, and was obliged to get up behind him, how they galloped over bush and brake, over hill and swamp, until they reached the bridge, where the horseman suddenly turned into a skeleton, threw old Brower into the brook, and sprang away over the treetops with a clap of thunder. So Brom Bourne says that he has also challenged the Headless Horseman to a race and won. So it seems like the Headless Horseman, he can't like seem to like cross this bridge. It really just set up the story of like the very final act of this story, because honestly the Headless Horseman in the encounter with Ichabod only happens in the space of like 3 pages. So Ichabod is coming home from, you know, the party on this horse, and he's very paranoid about it, and I love the setup of this as well, like how it looks. He approached a little nearer, he thought he saw something white hanging in the midst of the tree. He paused and ceased whistling, but on looking more narrowly perceived that it was a place where the tree had been scathed by lightning and the white wood laid bare. So his imagination is kind of running a little bit wild with him. And then suddenly he heard a groan. His teeth chattered and his knees smote against the saddle. It was but the rubbing of one huge bow upon another as they were swayed about by the breeze. He passed the tree in safety, but new perils lay before him. So like it just like keeps adding all of these like near misses almost, like, oh, could that be supernatural? Could that be the horseman? And it just makes it seem like that, you know, like little red herrings and stuff like that. It's so fun. He approaches the haunted stream, and this is when it gets like actually kind of a little bit scary. So he actually sees the horseman this time. In the dark shadow of the grove on the margin of the brook, he beheld something huge, misshapen, black and towering. It stirred not, but seemed gathered up in the gloom, like some gigantic monster ready to spring upon the traveller. Oh my god, that gave me chills. I was like, oh my god, this is actually him. This is the horseman. Oh my god, hi daddy horseman, you know what I mean? So Ichabod, he doesn't run straight away because he knows it's a lost cause. Like, he knows that if he tries to run, the horseman is just going to catch him. He's got a faster horse. Though the night was dark and dismal, yet the form of the unknown might now in some degree be ascertained. He appeared to be a horseman of large dimensions and mounted on a black horse of powerful frame. Literally, there's just like no way that this little lanky Ichabod Crane is going to outrun this horseman. Oh god, it just keeps going. Like the idea of this horseman being so large. Oh, so large and in charge, you know what I mean? I like that, man. On Mountain of Rising Ground, honestly, I'm just like reading out all the quotes here because I love the way this is written. On Mountain of Rising Ground, which brought the figure of his fellow traveller in relief against the sky, gigantic and height and muffled in a cloak, Ichabod was horror-struck on perceiving that he was headless, but his horror was still more increased on observing that the head, which should have rested on his shoulders, was carried before him on the pommel of a saddle. So it isn't mentioned that it's a pumpkin right now or anything, but there is a chase between the horseman and Ichabod, and it is very exciting. It's very intense, and I really do enjoy like how that was being portrayed in this. And obviously I'll not keep like just reading out quotes, even though I could do that all day. But Ichabod does run and he crosses the bridge, so he thinks he's safe. Just then he saw, okay, I'm just going to read this quote, right? Why not? I'm not going to, but I'm going to. Just then he saw the goblin rising in his stirrups and the very act of hurling his head at him. Ichabod endeavoured to dodge the horrible missile, but too late. It encountered his cranium with a tremendous crash. He was tumbled headlong into the dust, and Gunpowder the black steed and the goblin rider passed by like a whirlwind. So Ichabod, after this, goes missing. Nobody can find Ichabod. Ichabod has now become a legend himself, and nobody knows where he is, what happened to him. All they find is like, you know, his saddle and stuff like that, but they also find a smashed pumpkin, and I feel like that's probably where the idea that the headless horseman has a pumpkin for a head, at least it's not like described that way until the very end when a pumpkin is found. On little drama here as well, Katrina ends up marrying Brom, so Ichabod's rival. I mean, I know Ichabod has been spirited away and they can't find him anymore and he's become an urban legend, but like, girl, you getting with Brom, really? So I feel really bad for poor Ichabod, honestly. Like, the fact that he was our protagonist, our hero, and then at the end of the story, he just disappears. After this encounter with the Headless Horseman, it's so good, it's so effective. And you know what? It kind of rang a bell. Like, I haven't read the story before, but I have seen the Disney Ichabod and Mr. Crane film. I have seen that. And I've obviously seen the Sleepy Hollow film that came out in the 90s. But other than that, I couldn't remember if Ichabod did survive or not, and he obviously doesn't. Although there actually is a rumor that maybe he just relocated. Like, the whole thing shook him up so much that he, you know, moved, and they have no idea where he went, and he just like left the country. But yeah, love the fact that we had a great exploration of Sleepy Hollow in this. I found out as well that this is more of a retelling as well. Like, Washington Irving, he came to Sleepy Hollow as a kid, and he was very inspired by the ghost stories here, and then he ended up writing The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which did so much like good for the community. And you know, the town of Sleepy Hollow and Tarrytown, they really do feel a huge appreciation for what Washington Irving did. So the tour guide last night when we got to Washington Irving's grave was mentioning so much about, you know, his life and, you know, how influential he was in the community and things like that. So he seems to have done like a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff, and honestly, great short story. Would love if it had to be like so much longer, of course, because there's only so much you can say about a short story. But no, it's very effective. And I'm just going to end up having to read all of the Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow retellings that I possibly can now. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down below. But yeah, I'm going to head to the coffee shop where Gabby is, and I'm going to maybe start the Hollow graphic novel that I have, and the Katrina Van Tassel, I think the spell book of Katrina Van Tassel book as well. I'm going to see if I can start that, but I doubt I will finish it today or in this vlog. But I hope you enjoyed my little review and recounting of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I hope you liked that. And if you possibly can, I would totally recommend coming to the real Sleepy Hollow and reading it yourself. I want to see if I can find the Old Horseman Bridge, because apparently there is a really old version of it somewhere. That's like in a hiking bit that is a little bit out of the way from the cemetery. So I want to see if I can find it, because it looks absolutely beautiful in the photos. Don't know what relevance it has to the Sleepy Hollow story, with it being called the Old Horseman Bridge. I imagine there is a connection there. I will find out. But yeah, we're going on a little bit of a mission, and then coffee. I haven't had coffee yet today, and I am clamming for a coffee. reunited with my baby. Baby Gabby. So close to finishing, oh my gosh. You've got this girl, and right next to the headless horseman as well. He's helping us read about start Hollow and the Pumpkin Dreams coffee, which Gabby was kind enough to get for me. Thank you, Gabby. I went back to the CP Coffee 2 coffee shop, and honestly, it's just such an amazing coffee shop. Seriously, if you're ever in Sleepy Hollow, please do check them out. It's getting a little bit windy now. It's a little bit windy hollow up in here, not Sleepy Hollow. Just had a freaking leaf just smacked me in the face. So yeah, CP Coffee 2. I was talking to the owner, Kim, and yeah, I mean, I keep mentioning it, but yeah, she says that the original is like a cart in the middle school, or like the high school, that's Sleepy Hollow High School, and it like employs the like special education department and the kids from there, and like helps them with, you know, like their skills to, you know, be part of the workplace and getting jobs and things like that. So she retired as a teacher, and now she opened up this one in the actual town, like CP Coffee 2. So the first one is obviously called CP Coffee, this one's CP Coffee 2. So I just freaking love that, honestly. So if you ever go, please do go. Honestly, it's just such a beautiful atmosphere. But I did end up finishing Hollow when I was there. I met Gabby while I was there, and she did end up going back to the hotel room. She isn't feeling very well. Don't worry, I've given her some get well hugs, and she should hopefully be feeling better in a couple of hours. So she's going to try and come and meet me back out so that we can do the Legend of Sleepy Hollow tonight. So that we are going to the Old Dutch Church to see a performance of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and that's going to be awesome. So obviously I'll take you along with me. But I did finish Hollow, and I really enjoyed this. This was so nice, and it does follow Izzy Crane, and she moves to Sleepy Hollow for the first time, and she meets Vicky Van Tassel, and Vicky, she has like all of those you know, like responsibilities that a Van Tassel has, because obviously the name is very famous. She's a descendant of like Katrina and stuff like that. So obviously like a lot of pressure gets to Vicky, but Izzy and Vicky become really fast friends. And yeah, they just like kind of get to know one another a little bit better, and some things lead to some things. And yeah, it's so good. It's like so sapphic and so good. But also the Headless Horseman appears as well. There is a plot that will put Vicky in danger. So it's a really exciting plot. I'll not spoil too much of it, because I do feel like it has a little bit of a unique kind of twist to the Headless Horseman story. So I'll not say too much about that, because I just think you have to go in as blind as possible so that you can enjoy the story for what it is. And I really enjoyed it. I loved seeing the locations that are mentioned. You know, Old Dutch Church is mentioned in this, the high school that we passed, the kind of clock and jack-o'-lantern part as well, which is really cool. And I really enjoyed the art style as well. I thought the art style was really good. I mean, it does a lot with the short amount of time it has for the pages. And I do think it kind of like rushes some things. In the friendships, I think, form a little bit too quickly. But I don't have that many complaints, honestly. I'm just being a little nitpicky little bitch. But no, honestly, great story. Loved it. I do now need to check out the sequel. I know the bookshop has the sequel. So I'm like, should I get it? Should I get the sequel from the book? I'm like, no, I shouldn't buy any more books. I don't have the room for it. I really don't have the room for it. But I've got nothing else to do. I don't think Gabby's coming back out for another like couple of hours. So I'm just like wandering around, seeing things. I've already seen like quite a lot. But you know, there's always something else to say, isn't there? There's always something else to say. But I feel like I've seen all of the main touristy things. So I've done most of that. And yeah, now I'm just going to like maybe just go to the bookshop again. Because why the hell not? This will be the third time going, by the way. Alphabet, what are you doing in Sleepy Hollow? Oh shit, I didn't even realize. Shit. We're about to do a vlog update in the middle of the road. We're about to get run over.
How is this a through street?
Yeah, I thought this was just a normal path.
This is like illegal, ma'am.
I wonder if a car's even allowed to go down here. Like, what? Well, apparently it's still because it leads to a road. Anyway, Gabby has come back out. She's feeling better.
I'm here.
She's here. We've had some food. And we're going to be on our way to the Old Dutch Church for the last event of our Sleepy Hollow stay. So we're currently in Patriots Park again. Look at the cool bridges. Some pretty cool bridges there, which is so cool. We didn't say this before, but we have some time to kill, so we might as well just wander around. But I did go back to the bookshop. I did get Hollow Volume 2, The Woman in White. And I ended up reading the entire thing as well, which I'll tell you about in a second. But the person who was serving me in the bookstore said the author and the illustrator of Hollow were in that morning. Like, they were actually there at the bookshop. They were signing the books. And I managed to get a signed copy of the second Hollow graphic novel. And there was also these, like, tarot card things as well, which were really awesome. So, yeah, I missed them. I missed the authors and the illustrators, which is a little sad. But, like, I had no idea they were in the area. So, kind of perfect timing, honestly. And yeah, so I ended up reading all of it, all of Volume 2, The Woman in White, and it was so good. And I like the fact that it can use like legends that are also mentioned in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, because The Woman in White was mentioned in the short story, like Raven Rock and things. So I wonder if there's going to be more in the series that does like other little legends around Sleepy Hollow, because that'd be really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed the characters so much. I really like Rock, who is a secondary character, and I like how the graphic novels really incorporate their personal and like romantic lives in like their own identities and what they go through as teenagers, and how that ties into the supernatural element of the story. I think that's like really well done and really good. So I've been enjoying that a lot, and I find them so charming, and I find it's so funny too. Like, it's actually kind of funny at times, a little spooky too. Like, it does have some spooky elements, and The Woman in White was pretty spooky. But yeah, very nicely illustrated. I really enjoy that. And a fun time was had. So I'm really glad I read both volumes of it. Just blasted through them both. So easily done. We have just had sushi. I'm in a little bit of a food coma right now. I'm not going to lie. You know, when you have like some good food and all you want to do is just like lie down, curl up and just get warm. And obviously with it being the way it is right now, all the rain and stuff is not ideal. Yeah, how long do we have until? 55 minutes. And I'm sure we want to get there for around about like past, so we're there a little bit early-ish. So yeah, we're going to be on our way to the Old Dutch Church, which I think is going to be the last thing I need to show you guys. Oh, pardon me. That's going to get edited out. I also farted at the same time.
Oh no.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, well, actually, I'll show you the bridges, because obviously you're very big into your bridges, aren't you? I knew it. So I'll show you the bridges. We'll do our final event of Sleepy Hollow, and then we'll have to wrap up this vlog, which is going to be so sad. So sad to do.
It's already coming to an end.
It's already coming to an end.
It's like we just got here.
But like all the good things come to an end. So yeah, let's do this. Let's put the Sleepy in Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Or let's put the Hollow in Sleepy Hollow. Which one works best? Let's put the Low in Sleepy Hollow.
Wow.
Wow. This is
Oh, look at these here.
yeah.
Oh, so spooky. That looks like it was where Pennywise comes out of the fucking drink.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a fucking hole. Hold on.
Go on, you go to Pennywise. Would you like a boat, Gabby?
It's all like a, it's all like
Don't slip. Go take the nice boat off the nice clown.
oh, I thought that was a hole. It's just a water puddle.
Oh, is it?
I thought it was like a hole.
Oh, wow, yeah. I can see what you mean, yeah.
It's just a board.
Ugh. Look at Gabby flirting with Pennywise. Just don't slip, okay? I don't think you understand how much health insurance is in this country.
Oh, I for sure understand. Much better.
Ugh.
That's great.
This is lovely being under the bridge.
This is where we're gonna move when we move to Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah, like we can't afford any of the apartments.
Yeah.
under this bridge where we belong.
Like, why is this cross yellower and this side's like very green?
Yeah, it's like what's different about it? Like, what's over here that's not over there? I got the eye of the tiger. I have those stupid songs stuck in my head now.
Oh god.
That's actually a lot.
Yeah, that's way too far. Don't jump. Oh my god. Don't do it. Don't. Don't. Oh my god.
You could not do that.
That's good enough.
I was like, it doesn't look that big, but
No, that's far.
yeah, it actually looks kind of far, not gonna lie.
That is far. That's like three or 4 feet.
Yeah. Something like that.
Wow. How do I zoom in on this camera? Oh!
Do you like it? Please, Allison. We want to get in. So pretty in here.
And our tale begins. His horror was still more increased on observing that the head, which should have rested on his shoulders, was carried before him on the pommel of his saddle. Away then they dashed, through thick and thin, stones flying, sparks flashing at every bound. Ichabod's flimsy garments fluttered in the air as he stretched his long, lank body away over the horse's head in the eagerness of his flight. He saw the walls of the church dimly glaring under the trees beyond. He recollected the place where Brom Bones' ghostly competitor had disappeared. If I can but reach that bridge, thought Ichabod, I am safe. Now Ichabod cast a look behind to see if his pursuer should vanish, according to rule, in a flash of fire and brimstone. But just then he saw the goblin rising in his stirrups, and in the very act of hurling his head at him. Ichabod strived to dodge the horrible missile, but too late. It encountered his prey into the tremendous crash. He was tumbled headlong into the dust, and gunpowder, the black steed, and the goblin rider passed by like a whirlwind.
We've just got back to the hotel, and I am so glad that I arranged all the activities the days that I did, because it has been non-stop raining since like 3 p.m. today or thereabouts. And if we had have done yesterday's events tonight, they would not have gone ahead. Like, I'm telling you, it's that bad. So you know how we did the Twilight Village and the Midnight Lantern tour at the cemetery last night? I honestly feel so bad for anyone who's doing it tonight. And the thing that we just did, which was the live reading of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow in the Old Dutch Church, that was all inside. Oh my God, my hair. That was all inside, and it kept us from the rain. It kept us, well, kind of dry. We got more wet waiting for our Uber. So like my hair is like not the best right now. But yeah, the special reading of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow at Old Dutch Church was so nice. Honestly, like, it's, you know, if someone was reading A Christmas Carol at Christmas time, it felt like that, but like make it Halloween and make it Legend of Sleepy Hollow, you know? So the narrator who was like, you know, giving the story was Karen McHugh. I don't know if anyone's heard of him. He has done audiobooks before. Apparently he's like well known in like the radio circles in New York. And he did such a banging job at like narrating the story. And it essentially was the actual story itself, you know, like long passages from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, you know, with sound effects and like some music and stuff like that. So that was really cool. I think it was probably like half of the actual Legend of Sleepy Hollow, because it lasted about an hour, and I think he did like cut out all the bits that were maybe a little bit more waffle for Washington Irving, and he mainly stuck to, like, I guess the more important story beats. And so it was essentially pretty much half, if not more, of the text itself. So I could add that as like read twice. Honestly, I feel like I could do that. But yeah, that was the last event in Sleepy Hollow, and like the last thing I'm pretty much doing in Sleepy Hollow. I will be checking out in the morning and heading for my flight. And it's gonna be so sad to say goodbye to the place. I fell in love with Sleepy Hollow. I absolutely love the streets. I love the shops. I love everything about it. I want to come back ASAP and live here. I really do. I want to live here now. And it has been the most magical, you know, fall, autumn, Halloween spooky season I've ever had. And having that authentic Halloween American experience has just been absolutely amazing, because I've never had that before. And it was just so nice to, you know, feel those vibes, to walk through the neighborhood, see the decorations, see how just incredible everything looked. It just made me feel like, you know, like when I was growing up watching, you know, Halloween American films like Hocus Pocus and things like that. I just felt like, you know, I was living my Halloween dreams. And also the fact that this is the last video I'll be filming for Vlogs of Halloween. So that's kind of sad. Well, Vlogs of Halloween 2025, I will be doing this again next year, of course. And I've already filmed my 3-part Halloween special of Escape from the Haunted Castle series, which will be going up a week after my Sleepy Hollow vlog. So you have that to look forward to. But yeah, I already filmed that one. So this was actually my very last filmed Vlogs of Halloween 2025 video. I'm super sad about it. It's my favorite time of year, and I love filming these videos so much. And yeah, I'm just so happy and so grateful that you've been watching. So thank you so much for supporting Vlogs of Halloween 2025. Huge thank you to Gabby as well, who is currently in the shower, for joining me for the Sleepy Hollow adventure. It has been such a wonderful time, wonderful experience, and I couldn't have done it without her. Just like I could not have done Vlogs of Halloween 2025 without you. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you thought of Sleepy Hollow. Let me know if there's anything that I did that you would have absolutely loved to do. And if you're going to go to Sleepy Hollow, please let me know down below if you end up going. I would love to chat all things Sleepy Hollow with you. And yeah, hopefully you take something from this and you can, you know, cater your own itineraries and stuff in the future as well, and support the local businesses and establishments of Sleepy Hollow. And hopefully I give you all of the best spooky Halloween vibes that you could possibly have this Halloween season. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel. Without them, I wouldn't be here, like literally. So thank you so much to them. And if you would like to join my Patreon, I will leave a link down in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.